Hello everyone. In this video, we see Adolf Anderssen's amazing game. This game was played in 1862 in Breslau. So Anderssen play with black pieces and Jakob Rosanes play with white pieces. So white starts with e4, e5, f4, King's Gambit, d5, King's Gambit declined, Falkbeer counter Gambit, e takes d5, Falkbeer counter Gambit accepted. e4 Staunton line. Cover this f3 square. Bishop b5 check c6. Pressure on bishop. D takes c6. Knight takes c6. Knight c3 and the pressure on e4. Knight f6 support this pawn. Queen e2 and the pressure on e4 is increase. Bishop c5. Knight takes e4 and the pressure on bishop and also on knight. And after moving knight, discover check comes from queen. So Anderssen castles king side and leave his bishop. But white can't take this bishop because rook e8 comes and the white's queen would pin. And if knight comes to e4, then rook takes knight and the queen would pin. So white would lose his queen. So white didn't take this bishop and exchange his bishop. Bishop takes knight, b takes bishop. d3 open this bishop's diagonal. Rook e8 pin this knight. Bishop d2 and Anderssen exchange his knight. Knight takes knight, d takes knight. Bishop f5 and the pressure on e4. So Anderssen want to take this pawn with his rook and pin this queen. And if bishop comes to e3, then rook takes bishop comes because this bishop covers e3 square. So this is too dangerous for white. So white continue with e5. Queen b6 create pressure on b2. So white castles queen side. Bishop d4 and the pressure on b2. Direct threat is checkmate. c3 but Anderssen didn't save his bishop and continue with rook a2 b8 and the threat is checkmate. b3 prevent this mate. Here in this position, pause the video and think Anderssen's next move. So Anderssen continue with rook e2 d8 and sacrifice his bishop. But white can't take this bishop because if white take this bishop, then queen takes d4 and the threat is checkmate. And this diagonal is covered by bishop. So king has no moves. If white move his bishop, then also queen takes bishop and check. And the king has no moves. So queen has to move on c2, then queen takes queen and mate. So white didn't take this bishop and continue with knight f3. And again pause the video and think Anderssen's next move. So Anderssen sacrifice his queen. Queen takes b3 and the threat is clear. So white accept the queen. A takes queen, rook takes b3 and the threat is checkmate. So white move his bishop on e1 to create space for his king. And pause the video for last time and think Anderssen's final move. So Anderssen's final move. Bishop e3 check and after bishop e3 check, white resigned here. So Anderssen sacrificed his bishop. But after moving bishop, this d file is covered by rook. So if white take this bishop, then rook b1 comes and the checkmate. And if white move his bishop on d2, then also rook b1 comes and the checkmate. And if white move his knight or rook on d2. Then also rook b1 is made because this knight is pinned. So king has no mouse. So after bishop e3 check, white resigned here.